Good morning, students. Today we are discussing about applied thermodynamics. We all know we already studied thermodynamics. In that thermodynamics, just basic vocabulary. Next, what is first law of zeroth law of thermodynamics? What is first law of thermodynamics? What is second law of thermodynamics? Next, the losses, the available energy we are calculating. Next, properties of the pure substance. Next, properties of the air. These are the topics, means basics we discussed in thermodynamics. Then what are the basics we discussed, that basics we are interested to apply in applied thermodynamics. Simple, we are applying the basics. So the importance is, once we know the basics, we are capable to apply, then only we will get the good rapport between the systems and all. So in this applied thermodynamics, what we are discussing, before that, generally when I am starting subject, generally the importance, what is the learning techniques are available, that generally I am discussing. It's a common for any subject I am discussing. Outcome based learning at present, why? Because whatever the information I am providing, maybe I am providing in the video lectures, or I am providing some industrial online visits, or maybe I am providing some materials. That is not a big assessment area. How much information I have provided, that is not a big thing. How much information you digested, you understand, that is important. Learner centric education system at present running. That is not a teacher centric, learner centric. Teacher may be from Einstein, no use. What learner learned is important. This is outcome based education. From 2015 onwards, this is only running. So whatever I am giving, that that glow will come based on your learning only. If you are not able to learn the things, means whatever the information I provided, there is no use. And the role of teacher at present, guide, mentor, and facilitator of the student. That's all. Student from is Einstein or is coming from not student, is the faculty is coming from IITs or NITs, whatever it may be. He have very good research area. He is gold medalist. There is no use. Whatever the teacher information is providing, whatever the applied science is explaining, how much is digested by the student is important. If student is not digested, there is no use of IITs or NITs. So education system they changed. We are carrying the education or education not carrying us. So we want to change. A very good school or very good college, like that earlier condition, means good teachers are available. Teachers from different renowned institutions. Then we will call that is school is good school, or that college is good college. But at present not. Education carrying us or not. That is important. That is learner centric. I already mentioned that. This role of teacher just to guide the student and mentor the student and facilitate the student. That's all. So how we are assessing that one? Okay, role of guide, everything we are telling. How we can assess that one means we can assess that one based on the program outcomes, MBA. They will test our mechanical program outcomes or our electrical engineering program outcomes. These 12 outcomes we achieved by our syllabus, curriculum, or by our teaching learning methodology. They will assess if we achieved, yes, our degree is good. Learners assessment methodology. These are the 12 program outcomes are there. 5 based on the syllabus, means curriculum, and remaining 7 based on the teaching learning methodology. The first 5, application domain, analysis. There is no knowledge, no define, derive. Only application of the knowledge. analysis, synthesis, design development, analysis and synthesis, next synthesis and evaluation. Evaluation by the modern tools, that is important. So these are the parameters are required. This is we will get by the syllabus, providing syllabus. Next, that 7 program outcomes, maybe engineering and society, environmental sustainability, whatever the technology, suppose IC engines, good performance, but more pollution, there is no use. That environmental sustainability and commit to professional ethics are important. That one we are teaching. In the syllabus, I provided one professional ethics subject, that is not sufficient. By our teaching learning methodology, commit to professional ethics is important. Individual and teamwork is also important. We have to enhance the student capability, individual and teamwork. Next, communication skills are important. Communication, some majority of the students are thinking communication means just speaking in one language. No, the animals are communicating everything. They don't have any language. Language, speaking in one language is not a communication skill. Communication means convey your idea or convince others about your thoughts. Means it's a transfer of the information. By the body language also we can communicate. So communication skills enhancement also by teaching learning methodology is required. Project management, everything related to finance and lifelong learning. These 7 points we have to inject in. If I am capable to inject, then only I will stay in this field. Otherwise, I can't. Coming to our subject, okay, these 12 program outcomes assessed by the NBA at the time of inspection. That is secondary. But each subject will not fulfill all 12 program outcomes. Maybe my subject, how many they can fulfill, I will show you. Before starting the subject, what is my objective of the subject? That is main important. What is my objective? I don't have any objectives. I am teaching subject syllabus, so Y, X, Y, Z, there is no use. With the committed objectives, I want to teach the subject. This is my objective, not student objective. My objective at the end of the subject, at least student has to learn about IC engine and theory of combustion. Student have to learn about vapor cycles and their first law and second law efficiencies. And students have to learn about gas dynamics of the steam through the nozzles. And students learn about reciprocating compressors without and with interval. Means 2 cycles, 2 components. At least they have to learn, understand, adjust the things is important for me. At least this is my object. With this objective, what outcome I am expecting from the student? With this objectives, I am teaching the subject. What outcomes I am expecting from the student means they will able to understand the IC engine and theory of combustion. Once they understand it, they can apply. Where they understand the combustion of the system, then they can identify some noise, unwanted sound is coming. Means it is a mismatching of the noise, mismatching of the combustion system. They can identify the problem. Troubleshooting can achieve by understanding of the IC engines and theory of combustion. Next, they will be able to conduct the performance test and estimate the performance of an IC engine. Once they understand how to performance tests are required, they are able to understand the performance and test. Next, they will good understanding of vapor power cycles. It may be refrigeration, it may be power generation. Good understanding about the power cycles. Once they understand, they can apply. Next, they will able to analyze the energy conversion in various thermal devices such as nozzles and resin. 2 components, 2 cycles, 2 components we kept. These are the outcome I am expecting from the students. These outcomes now I am mapped with the program outcomes. These program outcomes provided by the NBA. How many program outcomes I am matching? That is it. Before starting subject itself, everything we are providing. If we are not fulfilling these things, then you can ask the question At the end of the syllabus, sir, you are not filled. One course outcome is completed. This all I am not fulfilled. Then you can ask, this program outcome is not fulfilled, sir. Then I can change my teaching learning methodology, or then I change my syllabus, or I introduce some industry special lectures for fulfilling of this program outcomes. But from your side, I am not getting any question. Then I am in at illusion. Everything is fulfilled. That's all. As a teacher, I felt everything is fulfilled. If from your side I am getting question, means that is secondary. Coming to the industrial application, because each subject, whatever subject I am studying, and 10th class I am studying maths, chemistry, physics, Telugu, English, Hindi, something. 6 subjects required to pass the 10th class certificate. Now, professional degree not like that. To pass the professional degree, there is no use. But because when I am entering into the professional degrees for entrepreneurship or for job purpose, I am entering into the professional degree means each subject has the industrial applicability. My subject don't have industrial applicability. Why a student want to read? He can read some other textbook, some other subject. So just I will focus on industrial application of applied thermodynamics. Thermodynamics or applied thermodynamics. Name itself, you can see therm means heat, dynamics means power, which is most description earlier part. Heat to power means thermodynamics. Entire world, wherever heat to power is going, thermodynamics is the driving force. So plenty of opportunities. Later, all energy transformations, including refrigeration, other heat transfer, simple heat transfers also, not heat to power. Simple heat transfers and refrigeration, everything is under the tree of thermodynamics. Once you are pioneer or you are a specialist in thermodynamics, you have plenty of opportunities. Now I will discuss only 3 opportunities. First one is power generation. I already mentioned in vapor cycle only one power generation cycle is there, that is Rankine cycle. Except Rankine cycle, there is no other cycle generating power in vapor cycles. So one Rankine cycle I studied. Rankine cycle all are knows. 2 constant pressure process, 2 adiabatic. That's a simple cycle. From 18th century to 2020, after 200 years also we are following. Why we are following the same cycle, I will discuss at the time of syllabus. But more than 2,50,000 megawatt power plants are installed based on the Rankine cycle in India, not world. In India, that much of plenty opportunities are there. You are pioneer in Rankine cycle, vapor power cycle, only one power cycle. Plenty of opportunities. Second one, all type of transportations, 2-wheelers, 4-wheelers, 3-wheelers are operating on air standard cycle. That also only 2 air standard cycles. One is Otto cycle, second one is diesel cycle. That's all. 2 air standard cycle only we are running. One is Otto cycle, second one is diesel cycle. We are thorough with Otto, diesel. Entire automobile field in your hand. Next, third application, heating, ventilation and air conditioning. For producing the human comfort, what are the heating or cooling purpose? What are the cycles we are using? Vapor cycle, vapor compression refrigeration cycle, or vapor absorption refrigeration cycle. For vapor absorption, you are studying means industrial HVAC system you are capable to design or capable to maintain. Our vapor compression system, domestic and commercial, we are using vapor compression system wherever our computer centers or malls, they are maintaining big vapor compression system, 5 ton or 10 ton or 20 ton or systems. In industry, waste heat is available, that's why vapor absorption system they are using. So heating and ventilation, air conditioning. So both we are discussing. So 3 field, plenty of opportunity. Fourth one, renewable energy. In renewable energy, entire thermal side renewable energy means without thermodynamics, we can't harvest the renewable energy, especially solar energy. Solar thermal, water heating, industrial process heating, power generation are cracking of hydrogen and oxygen. At present, due to Corona, COVID-19, we are scarcity of oxygen. There we are cracking the water for production of hydrogen. Remaining oxygen you can use for hospitality purpose. So for that also it is useful. So thermodynamics, plenty, infinite opportunities, industrial opportunities. Just three subjects. One is basic thermodynamics, second one applied thermodynamics, third one is heat transfer. That's the three subject you are studying means guarantee entrepreneurship opportunity or guarantee job opportunity in mechanical we can assume. So this much of industrial applicability is there. Next, okay, sir, I am not interested to move to the industry. Just I will move only for higher education. But because you studied doctorate, but you are guiding us only complete BTech. No, 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 I am not restricting any person. So myself, I am giving suggestion for GATE, for basic mathematics or reasoning or communication skills, something that English, I think English 20 marks something is there. That basic already our institute is giving 150 hours per year training of these three items. So you are a pioneer that one, no doubt. Next, in basic subjects regarding mechanical engineering, I think 12 subjects are there. And the thermodynamics, you see, last 5 years papers, at least minimum 10 marks, maximum 20 marks questions are coming. Thermodynamics or applied thermodynamics are different. Minimum 10, maximum 20. Means you are good knowledge about thermodynamics, you can clear the gate. Simple. You don't need to study all subjects. Only thermodynamics more than sufficient to clear the gate. You can enter into higher education, a very good institution like NIT, IITs or central universities, at least local university, state universities. If your rank is very low, you can join to state university with the stipend. You can enter. Without stipend, you can study any institute PG course. That is not a big thing. But with the stipend, very good institution, you can get the opportunities by GATE also. So this is the importance of the subject. Okay. Coming to unit 1. Okay. Application I mentioned. What is my objective I mentioned. What outcomes I am expecting from student community I mentioned. Coming to syllabus is required. Without syllabus, this one is required means practice is required. What syllabus have we prepared for achievement of that outcomes, that industrial applicability? First unit, why? Because according to our institute norms, syllabus is divided into 6 units as a common any subject. They are maintaining 6 units. First one is first unit. 3 units for first mid, 3 units for second mid. For unit 1, air standard cycles. Only air standard cycle all are knows. Initial point equal to, it is a combination of process. Initial point of the process and final point of the process must be same. Then it's called cycle. In cycle mediator we are using as a air, then it is called air standard cycle. We are using liquid, it's called vapor cycle. Like the Rankine cycle, we are using water. Refrigeration cycles, we are using refrigerant R122, R143, R22, R317, something different numbers we are using. So here in air standard cells also we are not pouring all cycles, Atkinson cycle, Ericsson cycle, Stirling cycle, not like that. Only our target to automobile industry. Automobile industry we are following only 2 cycles. One is auto cycle, second one is diesel cycle. So we discussed thoroughly auto cycle and diesel cycle and what is the thermal efficiency and comparison of auto cycle, diesel cycle with the same peak pressure, same compression ratio or same temperature, inlet temperature or same outlet conditions. What is the efficiency of the cycle? Which cycle will give the highest mileage? We will discuss. Next, upon the simple problems we are solving. Then in the first unit, the second part is coming, introduction to IC engines. Once cycles is completed, just what is the energy conversion, what are the basic components are there, And next, classification of IC engine based on the fuel, based on the arrangement, based on the strokes, and the working principle of two-stroke and four-stroke, and application of IC engines we are discussing in this first unit. First unit somewhat syllabus is high. We will cover, no problem. Coming to the second unit, once I know the engine, I know the strokes, then the major driving force is combustion, because the crankshaft rotation, maybe 20 to 30 degrees of rotation of crankshaft, we have to complete the entire stroke, entire combustion. So combustion is the major driving force. In SI engine means spark ignition engine based on the Otto cycle. CA engine is compression ignition engine based on the diesel cycle it is running. But combustion phenomena is different. Spark ignition means we are giving spark, that's why combustion is coming. Their flame is moving from spark to the piston. Compressed ignition, we are compressed the air and we are spraying the fuel upon the compressed air, combustion will initiate. That is called the compressed ignition engines. Their driving force is delay period. While we are spraying the fuel, it is taking more time to catch the fire, means more accumulation of fuel will take place, sudden blast will come. Uncontrolled combustion, it leads to the knocking. So SI engine combustion phenomena is driving force is flame speed. In CA engine combustion phenomena driving force is delay period. So we will discuss two driving force and combustion phenomena and we will compare. Next, what is the knocking tendency? Knocking means nothing else. It is an unwanted sound. If unwanted sound is means something is error, some error is coming where it is there. We have to reduce the knocking or we have to eliminate the knocking. We will discuss comparison of the knocking tendency in both cycles. Next, coming to the third unit, testing and performance. It is important. We have to test the engine, the combustion phenomena, the engine components, the driving cycles. Now I am capable to test the engine performance. I can measure the brake power, I can measure the indicator power, I can measure the frictional power. Once I know the fuel supply and I can measure the specific fuel consumption and I will give the heat balance sheets. Simple heat balance sheet means fuel I supplied, 1 liter fuel I supplied. How much useful energy came, where the losses is going, losses by the lubrication system, losses by the cooling system, or losses by the exhaust gas, or losses by the friction, some other losses is there. I can balance the sheet, input equal to output. Then I can identify how much percentage of the loss is taking place by the different operation. We have to reduce the losses for enhancement of the efficiencies. And BS norms, Bharat standard norms. This is nothing but the flue gas, the contents of the flue gas. Suppose carbon monoxide, what is the percentage required? Or particulate matter, what is the percentage? NOx, what is the percentage required in exhaust gas? We have to reduce according to standard. At least we have to maintain less than that one. If we are maintaining more than that one, even though our engine efficiency is high, they will see the Indian government is not allowed on the roads. At present, we are maintaining BS 6, Bharat 6. This is not Indian standard, Euro standard. European Union developed the standard. Based on the European Union, entire world is adopted. Just changes their country name, that is called BS standard or something. So in this unit, we will discuss this one. So 3 units dedicated to internal combustion, means transport sector. Next, fourth one, vapor power cycles we are discussing. In vapor power cycles, just I already mentioned only one cycle is there, that is Rankine cycle. That's all. Rankine cycle, simple, all are knows, constant pressure, heat addition, constant isoentropic process, work production, constant pressure, heat rejection, and adiabatic process, compression. This is all are knows. Simple is not sufficient. If we have to enhance the efficiency, we have to enhance the output. Superheating, reheating, regeneration working. Up to 2009, we have the cycle power plants based on the Rankine cycle with superheating, reheating, regeneration. That's all. Superheating, reheating for enhancement of the outputs and reduction of the enhancement of the dryness fraction at a turbine last stage expansion. That's all. Not efficiency enhancement. Regeneration we are using for enhancement of the efficiency of the cycle. So at up to 2009 we maintained Rankine cycle with superheating, reheating. After 2009, enhancement of the output or enhancement of the efficiency by increasing the turbine inlet pressure or boiler outlet pressure up to supercritical condition. So supercritical thermal power plants came the picture. Rankine cycle with superheating, reheating, regeneration and pressure is above 220 bar pressure. What is the use means? Just single liquid to vapor directly conversion. There is no latent heat. Above 220 bar we are adding heat means automatically liquid directly converted as a vapor. There is no intermediate stage. So reduction of the time, number of cycles we can enhance the efficiency. Then after again further enhancement came in 2015, ultra supercritical Rankine means more than 300 bar pressure power plants are there. So directly we are what industry required that only we are studying. That's all. Rankine cycle with superheating, reheating, regeneration. Supercritical thermal power plant or ultra supercritical. Next, combined gas power plant. Why? Because in Godavari basin, after I think this is also after 2009 only. After yes, in 2004 I think in 2004 onwards, availability of the gas is compared to coal. Availability of gas is easy and extraction also is easy, especially in Andhra Godavari basin and Gujarat, entire Kutch area. Plenty of gas available. That's why majority transportation, easy transportation. Gas means we are providing pressure difference automatically. We can supply the gas according to where the requirements are there. And pollution free. Second one, pollution free. There is no ash. That's why more than 50,000 megawatt power plants are installed in Andhra or Gujarat or Haryana, some of the states, according to availability of the gas. Combined cycle. Why? Because only gas power plant means efficiency only 30%. Loss are more. Gas power plant condenser is replaced by the Rankine cycle power plant, vapor power cycle. Means vapor power cycle boiler is replaced by condenser of gas power. This combined cycle. Top cycle is air standard cycle, bottom cycle is vapor power cycle. This combined cycle we are achieving more than 50%, 50 to 55% efficiency without moving to the supercritical condition. So for that only combined cycle power plants are there more than 50,000 megawatts. So in industry, supercritical, ultra supercritical and combined cycle. Three types of the power cycles are available. We will discuss the three power cycles in this unit and we will solve some simple problems also. Next, we will discuss components I already mentioned, steam nozzles and air compressor. Because nozzle is major component in power plants. So steam flow through the nozzles and maximum discharge, what is the maximum discharge rate and nozzle efficiency. Like compressors also, like classification of compressors, reciprocating and rotary compressors. But generally in industry you can see in puncture shop to pneumatic application, everywhere we are using reciprocating compressors and multi-stage reciprocating compressor. Reciprocating compressors with intercoolers we are using. So same compressors we will discuss and we will solve some problems on the things. We will determine the maximum discharge or maximum efficiency of the nozzles or compressors. This unit dedicated to the components. And last unit, refrigeration and air conditioning for enhancement of HVAC, heating, ventilation and air conditioning. Here what are the vapor cycles we are using? Two vapor cycles we are using. One is vapor compression refrigeration cycle. Second one is vapor absorption. Vapor compression means driving force is electrical energy. Vapor absorption driving force is heat. So vapor absorption generally we are using in um, industry, where metal industry, any industry, wherever waste heat is available, there we are using vapor absorption system. Yeah, electrical energy means majority domestic and commercial in complexes. Where electrical energy only available, there we are using vapor compression system. And in this unit, summer and winter condition, air conditioning also we discuss. Simple. Methodology is already discussed in thermodynamics. One is heating, pure cooling, heating and humidification, cooling and dehumidification. Like six methods we discussed. In summer, which method combination we are using? In winter, which method combination we are using? According to condition of that environmental air. It is depend on environmental air. In Nandyala, one summer methodology we are using means it is not applicable to just to the Guntur also. According to the air condition, summer air condition system, winter air condition system, we'll discuss and we will solve some problems also. So for applied thermodynamics also, steam tables, Euler diagram and psychometric charts are required. In end examination, you will get the problems on the topics. Next, coming to textbooks. What are the textbooks are available? First one, Thermal Engineering, R.K. Rajput. Next, Thermal Engineering, R.S. Kurmi, or Thermal Engineering and Heat Engines, R. Yadav. With this internal combustion engine, Ganeshan, that is also a very good textbook. And we all are having that Single and Bose Engineering Thermodynamics. I think soft copy with you. The textbook is also a very good textbook. And majoritarily, I will cover all according to topic, which textbook is explained very good. I will follow that textbook only. Reference books are there. Better, all textbooks are available in library. You may cross check. First, you read the material. Which one is giving is familiar with you? Maybe that textbook you can purchase also. At least one textbook you purchase. It is good for you. That is your interest. I think this is the brief introduction and industrial applicability of the subject we discussed. I think thank you. Thank you.